Hi everyone. It's Monday, the 20th. I had to double check. And yes, I look awful. I know I look awful. I'm having a hard time with physical therapy. I'm having a hard time with the time. It'll be 10 years since my little sister died from cancer and left us on August 8th. And I hate it. I hate it. Not only is it the 10th year, but it also coincides with my mother's birthday. My mother's birthday's on the 10th, and she will be 70. For the last 10 years, it's been difficult, to say the least, of dealing with the everyday pain of missing someone that was only 13 months younger than you, who called you sissy, and who followed you everywhere, who was your best friend from the time she could walk, to the time she could talk, to the time she looked and took her last breath, for the last time that she said thank you for making sure that nothing bad happened to her while we were growing up in an awful, abusive home. I would have done anything for her, including taking the cancer to myself so that she could live. Because I believe that's what a mother should do. And I considered her to be one of my children because I raised or helped raise her from the age of 4 till she left our home at 18 to move in with the husband that she had for 32 years, and she died in his arms. He had a girlfriend within 6 months. He was married within a year to her. Now I know that life goes on, but if you're with someone married for 32 years, shouldn't it take a little bit longer to heal your heart? They had one child together, and my sister had to beg to have him because he wanted no children. My nephew grew up listening and hearing that come from his father's mouth. He's changed everything that my sister left to my nephew. He's taken everything out of his name and put it into his wife's name, his new wife. He's never worked again. He's lived off everything that she had in her 401k and whatever she left behind. And then his mother died, a woman that worked for AT&T for 63, almost 64 years and had a huge nest egg. His brother helped to make sure that his 2 sons received what they were supposed to receive. But my nephew from my sister, her child, received nothing. And he was told he would receive nothing. He's not been helped at all. He didn't get any of her jewelry. Anything that meant anything to my sister was denied to him. And yet he still holds no ill against his father. And I get it. That's his father. But we don't get to see him. We can hear from him when we call him, but he doesn't call us. And that includes my mother, his grandmother. Now, you know that I'm getting a neurotransmitter on August 10th. That's my mother's birthday. And I hope that it works. The temporary one did. So the permanent one should as well. But the physical therapy that I'm going through 2 times a week, only 2 times a week, is wreaking havoc on my brain and my body. There are days where I don't even want to get out of bed because it hurts so much to put my foot on the floor. I have literally just been existing, not living. These last 10 years have been difficult on me mentally as well. And when you don't feel good up here, the body increases all the other pain and sensitivity to everything else. Yes, I'm depressed. I'm deeply depressed. I'm to the point where I count my medications sometimes and do a calculation in my brain. I don't want to leave here, but sometimes it's so hard to stay that I have to tell myself and remind myself how many good things I do still have here. My husband, my grandson, my daughter. My mom, who tries her best to make amends for what she did and didn't do. Against a stubborn woman like me, who's still waiting for a check from the Catholic Church of the Oakland Diocese, who instead of listening to confessions from my mother's second husband and knowing what was happening to me at my home and in my home, decided that he could help. But in reality, he wasn't helping me. He was helping himself to me. I was traded, and most of you know that, which is not just being traded, but trafficked. There were pictures taken of me. There's pictures taken of others. It's a huge bunch of really sick people when I was growing up. There were parties with naked people, things that no child should ever have to see. And there were times that I would have to fight off my mother's second husband from trying to take my clothes off. A little 10, 11-year-old trying to make me naked in front of these people. I've gone through so much, and I hate it. I hated it. I've been drinking alcohol since I was in first grade. I used to drink beers on the way to school in elementary and sixth grade after my grandfather died. I figured that was the easiest way to get through my days, was to just walk around where I grew up in the town and drink. Some people actually stopped me. Some people didn't. That's when you could go into any store, usually any little store like the laundromat and stuff, and for 75 cents you could pull out a pack of smokes. 3 quarters. That's when lunch cost 50 cents. I remember when it cost me 25 cents. And I remember my friend saying, how come I have to pay 75 cents when she only pays 25? And the lunch lady, instead of making me feel super small, said, because she's special. In reality, I wasn't special. I was poor. I remember going to junior high in a pair of these wonderful yellow flare bottom, bell bottom jeans that I had seen at the Goodwill store that my grandmother worked at. And I bought them for 10 cents. And when I wore them to school, another girl ran up behind me, pointed to them and saying, those are my jeans, those are my jeans. My mom just donated them. How did you get them? So yeah, everybody knew I was poor. And I got made fun of. And I think I've told you guys before, but before I did all the horrible things and let other people do all the horrible things to my body and just went with it because I figured there was nothing else I could offer. And that was easy to offer up because in my head, it wasn't really mine anyways. I guess you have to really love yourself to want to protect it. And I didn't love anybody, including myself and God and Jesus and everyone on earth. There were times that I hurt people on purpose. And by people, I mean little boys, and broke hearts on purpose to get back at the men that took advantage of a child. There are so many of those people in this world. And then I see all these news on the wars going on, and I want to believe that there's another new part coming that's going to get better. And you tell yourself that all the time. There's another part that's going to get better. It's going to get better. It's going to get better. And all I see is worse, 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 and worse. So I don't even know what to do. I missed my appointment today because I was in so much pain and I couldn't drive myself because I refuse to drive a motor vehicle while I am taking an opiate. And I know other people are like, woohoo, Bill, you know, whatever. I drive all the time back and forth to work. Well, that's great until you're in an accident. And then somebody finds out that you actually are taking a medication for your back pain. And you might have chronic pain, whatever that chronic pain is. But it says right there on the prescription, do not take and drive. And I would lose everything that my husband has worked so hard to get. And he really has. He has us set up so that we never have to worry once he does retire, if he ever retires. I know they've reached the retirement age of 70 now for him, so will he make it to 70? I don't know. I don't. Since he's become the boss, he's gained a lot of weight, and I worry about him. But I think he worries more about me and my mental health. And my mental health is really struggling. That's one of the reasons why I used to talk so much on this, is to get it out and purge it out so it wasn't in my brain. But right now, I don't even feel like purging it out. I don't feel like talking to anyone. I feel like just digging a hole and burying myself in there and covering it over and waiting until something inside me sparks and then I can get out and be like a rebirth into the world. And at this point in my life, going on to 62 this year, I've been waiting for a rebirth for a long effing time, and it's just not coming. So I don't know what I'm doing sometimes anymore and who I'm doing it for. I keep telling myself that I'm doing this for my grandson so that he can see a grandma that's not all drugged up and he doesn't have to run down the stairs and into my room and say, Grandma, can we play today? How's your pain? A 6-year-old little boy shouldn't have to ask his grandmother, how's your pain and can we play today? He should be asking us, what do you want to play? Where can we go? What can we see? What can we do? What can we make? All those things that I save on Pinterest to do with him doesn't get done. There are days and months and years that I don't remember, and I'm thankful for having a little camera in the palm of my hand because now I have photos that might spark a memory. But sometimes I'm starting to forget my big words. And I worry, is it my brain? Is it that black spot? Is it growing? Or is it just the medication making me stupid? I'm trying everything. Oil of oregano, or black seed oil, you know, microalgae oils, or serums, or whatever. Anything they come up with, I'm trying it. Drinking a shot of olive oil. Which olive oil? I don't know, because they don't tell you. They want you to watch a fucking 20-minute gosh darn thing. And nobody wants to watch a 20-minute gosh darn thing. Nobody. So I'm going on almost 16 minutes, and I'm sorry. I just wanted to come on and say hi and tell you guys what I'm feeling, and I'm not feeling well. So I'm going to pray for the world, pray for my grandson and my daughter, pray for my mother, pray for my little brother, pray for my nephews, and then, pray that the Lord takes care of everything that I can't. But I'm having a really tough day today. A really tough day. And I feel like people take advantage of me because of my kindness too. And that hurts me. I try to pay it forward so much. So very much. Because I know that there are so many people that need help in this world. So many. And right now, it just doesn't seem like our government really cares. I don't know if they ever did, to be quite honest. I don't know anymore. I really don't. My days have been full of this wondering, worrying, asking, does it even really matter? Is there any place that's gonna change? Is anything gonna happen that's good? Anyway, I thought I'd just drop in and say, hey, hi, peace out to you guys, and thank you for one more subscriber. Welcome to my channel, where we talk about anything and nothing at all. Have a blessed Monday. Have a blessed week. And God bless you all. Thank you so much for stopping by.